the Invisible Children team in our house. That we have fed them, we have put them up, and it's very cool to see so many of you here tonight. This is awesome. And you are the kind of young people I want to hang out with, because you have decided at a very early age that you're going to make a difference in the world, and you're going to be the voice of people that aren't able to speak for themselves, and you're going to call attention to helping people that aren't able to help themselves, even if you're never going to meet them. And I think that's very, very cool. The governor of Georgia actually wrote a letter for you guys and asked me to read that here tonight. So, it says, "Dear friends, it is a pleasure to extend my best wishes for the Atlanta Rescue Rally sponsored by Invisible Children. Allow me to welcome guests, speakers," I think that'd be me, "participants to our capital. Atlanta is a beautiful city providing many attractions. I hope you have an opportunity to enjoy some of them while you are here." I think maybe he's talking about the varsity. I don't know. Rescue rallies are being held in 100 cities across 10 countries, highlighting the plight of children abducted and forced to fight as soldiers around the world. Mary and I are committed to the well-being of all children everywhere, and we believe we must do everything possible to ensure that they are safe and secure and able to enjoy bright futures. We commend Invisible Children and everyone here today for all you do to serve those goals. We are grateful for all that you do and wish you great success in the future. Sincerely, Sonny Perdue, Governor of Georgia. And I myself are very grateful. You don't have to be smarter than a fifth grader to actually be a rescuer of people. So, thank you again for doing this, for giving up your day. I think that's part of why Invisible Children touches me so much, because it's not for economic gain. It's what we're called to do in our short time on this planet, and that's to love our neighbor as ourselves, even if we never get to meet our neighbor. And I'm telling you guys are making history, because it's from things like this that things change. And it's because you refuse to be quiet that you're going to be heard. And this horrible thing that is going on in Africa, and I've been to Africa several times myself, it's got to stop. And it's got to stop. And thank you for standing up for that. All right, let's conclude with this, and this is the third big thing that Invisible Children has done. This is the biggest one, but they came up with a rescue anthem, and my daughter Jordan, who's done a lot of stuff with Invisible Children, said, "Please, Dad, just because they call it an anthem doesn't mean you have to sing it, because if you heard me sing, you'd be pledging money to find a cure for what's wrong with me." So, but I think this is very, very cool, and this is for you. This is what you do. It is the rescue anthem. It says, "There are those who expect the unexpected, those who cast their vote for hope, those who believe that good will triumph over evil. We are those people. We are the masses, misfits, moguls, media, millennials, doing what we can now with what we have, our voice. Our impact is only limited by our willingness to change. We are abducting ourselves to pose the question to our leaders, is their life as valuable as mine? We are shaping human history by closing the divide between resources and responsibility, distance and disinterest, awareness and action. This is about redefining our role in the world, putting purpose before profit." That's way cool. "It is about ending the longest running war in Africa, setting a precedent for justice, and finishing what was started. We are here to amplify the chorus of their cries and rescue Joseph Kony's child soldiers." God bless you. Keep this.
I've lived here my entire life, and I'm really proud to see all of you out here. It makes me feel good to be out here for such an important event. But let me go ahead and read this letter from Johnny. Dear friends, thank you for your invitation to the Atlanta route in support of the Rescue, an international event bringing attention to the plight of thousands of children in northern Uganda, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Sudan who have been kidnapped and enlisted in service by Joseph Kony's Lord's Resistance Army. Unfortunately, my schedule does not allow for my participation, but I wanted to share my sincere gratitude and admiration for your dedication to this international issue of universal importance. The conflict in northern Uganda is one of the longest running in Africa. Since 1987, Kony and his forces have kidnapped over 20,000 children and brutally forced them into a life of unspeakable violence and abuse. The Lord's Resistance Army is responsible for countless human rights abuses, and the recent atrocities committed late last year by Kony's rebels in the Democratic Republic of Congo show that he has no intentions of stopping his campaign of violence. It heartens me to see the youth of the United States taking action to bring much-needed global attention to the devastation that Kony's forces have brought to thousands of children. As ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Subcommittee on African Affairs, I take particular interest in ending the exploitation of children in Africa, and shedding light on Kony's atrocities is one of my top priorities. I thank you all once again and encourage you to continue to bring attention to this issue. Hopefully one day the conflict will be resolved and the affected families and communities